everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion, Blaze of Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. We're just mainlining these challenges. I don't remember it's in the cards. I do remember beans. You get the bean, you got black bean, you got the songs that remind us of the good times, and if I'm not mistaken, the songs that remind us of the best times. Oh, we had 99 bombs. I was thinking, like, well, I thought we had number 2. We don't have number 2, we have butt bombs. Sorry, I was a little confused by the situation as presented there. 99 poisonous bombs go by like Luft balloons. It's a relatively easy run to imagine winning. Even if we get no bombs, we can use 15 per floor without suffering like any consequences. I hate to do this, but please jump at me. Please jump, thank you. You get farted on, and then you will pass away. I will get a tears and shot speed increase that's worth effectively nothing, but I think our game plan is very obvious here. Get to Mom, which is the end of this run. Use as few bombs as possible. I mean, if we wanted to get technical and like cheesy and possibly like create the most disliked video I've made since the episodes of Isaac in Greed Mode, where I thought it was a smart idea to never buy keys. Those were the days. Or episode 90 of Battlegrounds. Equally the days. Wow, that pretty much gives us the win, honestly. Matchstick giving us occasional bombs is very valuable here. But, yeah, what I was gonna say is the way that we would probably do that is just by blowing up the doors, getting to the bosses, killing the bosses with bombs. Then we're using literally a bomb per room. And that, I think it doesn't get any better than that. We're probably not gonna go through 90 rooms. What the heck have I come across here? It's like a booster pack item I've never seen. Eyeball tears. Don't you love it when you get an item that can't conceivably provide you with any benefit on a run like this? I'm not mad about it. It's cool to see new items. I always like to experience new stuff, and it means that, well, that's not true. In real life, I don't always love to experience new stuff. I'm the kind of guy, I find something I like on the menu, I order it a million times. Why mess with perfection, right? I will say, dude, kind of a rough draw to fight Krampus this early, but we're still killing it from a bomb perspective. We probably want to keep beans just because we can't, or like the bean, I should say, just in case we do run out of bombs, like we take a bad bombs or key pill or something like that. We could put ourselves in a pretty nasty spot there if we didn't have any way to deal damage, but the dream is to never have to worry about that, so. The other, like, very mild bit of strategy I should keep in mind is, like, always use bean as quickly as possible when it's available, because it has a timed charge associated with it. Now, I will admit, I'm a little scared. We're a third of the way through the run, more or less. Right? I mean, in terms of total rooms, we're not even close, but we're like a third of the floors through the run. And yet, you may have noticed, we're already closing in on being like more than a third of our bombs down. Wouldn't say that I'm alarmingly concerned, but I would say that it's like on the list. I'm starting to get a little worried. So you know what would actually be like a low-key good pickup? And I'm not going to talk about Thor again, despite naming the God of Mischief. A low-key great pickup would be a map item. Something that allows us to prioritize the use of our bombs that much more effectively, just because we're going to know when they're applicable at like the highest conceivable efficiency and when they're not, basically. So we're just going to keep throwing bombs down here. Down to 67, but almost halfway through the run. I'll take the pills, because I'm not a baby. If you want to give me bombs or key, then shoot, coward. You're only going to kill a man. Although you probably will ruin the challenge 100%. And you know what? That's your right, video game. It's your right. Please stop swallowing all of the toxic butt fumes from my bombs. I need those to damage these enemies. And you're making me an angry individual here. Okay, little Chad. Probably irrelevant. So be it. Okay, flooded caves. Be smart here, because 58 bombs. We're at like half. Probably wise to maximize the utility of each bomb. So in a room like this, just get all the enemies to get as close to you as they conceivably can. 48-hour energy. I could not be less excited about a basically useful pill, but here we are. Kick that bad boy in there. Kick this bad boy in there. I'm a little amazed that we haven't taken damage that could have screwed us here late. Okay, I do want to point out, in episode whatever of The Binding of Isaac, which is this one, I could have used a bomb to get a bomb and a penny. I know it's sacrilegious to not care about that, even though it's it would be a positive for us to do so. I apologize. I have brought great shame upon my Isaac skills. I'm only being like half facetious. It is a bad move to not go for it. Okay, like, the thing is, though... Yeah, okay, so, like, here's the problem. First off, we should just bounce. But now, like, there's pride tied up in it, so I can't refuse. That was annoying. Do me a... Never mind. Just do me. I was gonna say do me a favor, but I've changed my mind there. There we go. Get some extra bombs out of this. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. BOGO bombs would be another beautiful pickup. That arcade ended up being, like, surprisingly quite good. You know what is nice about the challenges as well? I'm learning a little bit about the world around us. Like, and by the world around us, I mean about this game that I've played 10,000 times, but I always write off the value of the concussion effect from our stinky bombs here, from toxic bombs. They're really, really nice. In a situation like this, in which we have no other means to hurt enemies, using our bombs to kind of buy us a little bit of time is very nice. That was a poor move on my part. I'll be the first to tell you. That one, more on the annoying side, if I'm being honest. And, okay, one bomb to maybe get consumables. Worth it, but probably a bad idea. We're almost approaching, like, using bombs to open doors territory. Oh my god. It's proving to be surprisingly difficult. We still got 2 floors left, and we're not exactly killing it. I mean, in the any department, but we're definitely not killing it in the survival department right now. We're definitely not killing it in the damage department. So, and what departments are we killing it in? Maybe the Department of Energy? Rick Perry? Rick Ross? These are just Ricks at this point. Alright, so I'm gonna be very slightly ballsy here. IV Bag is actually potentially a game winner for us, but it's a big potential. What we need to make IV Bag really pop... Justice is pretty good. What we need to make IV Bag really pop would be an orbital right here, which I don't think it's conceivable for us to get unless we beat the odds and manage to get a deal with the devil. Possible. I gotta be honest, though. Coming across a tanky... I walked right into him. Coming across a tanky enemy at this point in our lives is an extremely bad situation to be in. Please give me any alternative means of dealing damage. I'm scared, dude! Like, I'm looking at this run, and I'm like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do, Ruka? We're gonna be out of bombs soon. So we'll use this. What is... The blue map might give me an indication of where to go. I'm not in the business of buying a single bomb. What? How? And I don't just mean like how, like house way. I did not see what came for us there. I am perturbed. I just cannot. I can't. I'm not gonna wait. I'm sorry. Please give me something. Now I care. Now I care about trying to maximize this. Oh, this shocks you. This is probably the... Ooh, it might be the right way. I really thought I got them both. We gotta be so savvy with bomb and bean usage. Just keep them going here. Any... Come on, man. dude. Jump. That hurts me deep in my soul. Any unnecessary usage of a bomb is like the worst thing we could do. This is fine. That will save us time in the long run. Even if we gotta wait for this thing to eventually come to fruition here, as long as it doesn't spit out a spider that runs away from our fart, should be okay. Dude, just to be on the safe side, I'm popping it. Probably was unnecessary, but I got a little skittish. This should be good. Alright, good recovery. 13 bombs remaining. It's an enemy that gives us an orbital. AKA, like, life is but a dream. We have just been saved, like a Ray LaMontagne song. Like a Control-S shortcut in Photoshop or Microsoft Word, we have been saved. Like a coupon for a product you actually use, we have just been saved. Well, there's some I'm mad. There's some justification for Dark Bomb, I think. We still have 3 bombs. If we didn't get an orbital, I think we might have been screwed. And I'm just being 100% honest. We could still lose. I don't think we will. But if we hadn't gotten an orbital, I think we may have just, like, literally lost. So save the bombs. It's probably most prudent to keep them around for, you know, mom plays here. Don't forget about your beam. It's kind of just good advice in general, I suppose. I mean, I really don't want to use a bomb, so I won't, but it's annoying. I don't like when runs make you slow down. But you know what? It's probably good practice. And I think we've put 2 and 2 together here. Like, that usually sounds like you've solved the mystery. But what I mean in this case specifically is we've gotten the items we need to succeed. The orbital has changed the run for us. We're going to take damage if we stand here. But it's another thing that's great about challenges from a novelty standpoint. We actually don't care about taking damage as much as we care about salvaging 3 bombs. It's like a weird, counterintuitive way to look at things, but I really feel like, nah, save the lovers. Dark Bomb is actually bad for us right now because we get more efficiency out of red hearts that we can pick up. Dark Bomb is bad for us from using the lovers card perspective, is what I mean to say. Not bad for us in general, necessarily, but my life is worth less than the 3 bombs that we have around us. And I don't mean like the concept of my existence, rather I mean the literal amount of life that I have is worth less than the bombs. Right now. We're walking in like exactly the same speed and direction as our orbital, so use a bomb. Knock these guys out. Yeah, start rotating this way. Not good damage, dude. Sorry, Dark Bomb. Okay, be smart. Buy these 2. We're probably like 2 rooms away from the boss fight. We're gonna come away from this one with a victory. But dude, gotta give it up to the Beans challenge. A little bit more potent than I had thought was gonna happen. Highly dustable. Grab it. Get the heck out of town. All we gotta do is walk into Mom. This is one of the rare situations in which Red Mom would have been better, but turns out we didn't need to save any of our bombs at all, but I keep saying bombs, moms. I'm just, you know, I'm confused, but I'm also happy that this run is closing in on completion. Look at that bomb efficiency right there. 1 bomb equals 2 bombs. Suck on that, Archimedes. Sad bombs would have been nice. Would have been nice. But you know what? We're getting the Polaroid for no reason, and we're out of here. 14 minutes and burnt penny. Nothing wrong with that. Let's go check out the, It's in the Cards challenge here. Basement 1. 2 of spades. Card against humanity. Why? Why? So we get starter deck, deck of cards, 9-volt, and battery. So essentially, just a lot of cards. It's actually like a pretty good start. Like it's an advantageous start relative to a normal run. And it only goes to Mom's Foot. I'm not gonna say whether that's good or bad. It's just short, you know? We might be able to push it a little further, I suppose, if we want to, but just remember, we're not using, you know, bean power anymore. Doesn't mean we don't want to use bombs whenever appropriate. Yeah, that probably was not appropriate, but it's okay. Cards Against Humanity is probably the best card I actually hate. That and Emergency Contact, which I never remember what it does, and thus, not only do I not get use out of it, but I irritate everybody who's like, you don't remember what it does, but it's actually pretty good. I know it's not, like, everybody tweets me and they say it's not a teleport card, and yet somehow, and I'm not saying you're wrong, every time I use it, I end up getting hit by a wall master and sucked out of existence. That's my memory, at least. Maybe it pulls the other enemies out, I don't remember. I'll replay the message, and you can play the sender. You on point tip? All the time, Fife. Dude, give me this deal with the devil right off the... Oh! We win. I know a lot of runs have been this, but Sack Dagger equals you win. Plus Gimpy even is like even better. But I've lived too long on this glorious planet to like deal damage with 3.5 damage tiers. That sort of thing isn't my bag, baby. I want to chop things up with a big old linoleum knife here, like it's the intro to the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. Notice I didn't call it a film. I don't know what that line's supposed to mean. It was like a Mr. Show callback. Notice I didn't say TV, because TV's a nickname, and nicknames are for friends, and television is no friend of mine. You see, because it was ironic, because they were also on television at the time. It was on HBO. It was a very forward-thinking network at the time, not that it isn't anymore. Speaking of which, dude, I gotta be honest with you. I'm not trying to rush this episode out. It just, I mean, when you get Sack Dagger, smoke it if you got it. It's 7:35. Game of Thrones is on at 8. You know what channel that's on? HBO. No, she didn't. I will say that, dude. So when you get HBO, in Canada at least, you can't just get HBO. This is like now going down 10 different tangents I don't necessarily want it to go down. But I feel like a lot of people in my business, and I'm not even being ironic referring to it as a business this time, but they have a chip on their shoulder about old media. Like, oh, this is why we're putting you guys out of business. And I don't feel like that, you know? YouTube has its advantages. Mostly, it's like, dude, if you already have your dream job, why are you punching down? These people going to the office every day to work on, you know, 2.5 Men or something like that. You're just going to make them feel bad about themselves with your comments that are founded in ignorance. Plus, you already get to make your own hours and, you know, play video games for a living. Why are you coming across like you're some sort of subset that's persecuted? Or anyway, the point is, like, I'm not the kind of guy who just wants to crap on old media and go like, oh, get with the times. Like, I get it. Get with the times is a fair expression a lot of the times, but it's also a young person's game. You know, you worked in television since the time you were 22 years old. You're 55. You got like 5 years to go to retirement. Everyone's going, just reinvent your whole life right now or die. That's the way it's easy for you to do. Well, let me put it this way. It's easier for you to do when you're 19 than when you're like, you know, 50, is all I'm saying. So I got sympathy for people who are, you know, they find themselves in times of trouble as industries change. I'm not taking that. I learned my lesson. I'll still do it for one red chest. That's fine by me. But it is stupid that you can't just buy HBO. Like, you'd have to be as stupid as I am to pay $18 a month for the movie channels plus HBO. But the movie channels just highlight like how Netflix has eaten their lunch and is 10 times better. For $18 Canadian a month, so like 15 USD, roughly. I don't know why I was such a stickler for that roughly. Don't get me wrong, it's not an exact calculation, but anyway. You get 3 movie channels and HBO. I basically paid all that for HBO. Netflix is like $15 Canadian a month. You choose, I mean, there's a much greater library of movies and TV shows. You can watch them at your leisure. You don't have to, oh, sorry, the movie you wanted to watch started 15 minutes ago, so actually, like, you're screwed. You gotta wait for 5 days for it to be back on. Blank card would be nice, by the way, but I don't think we're gonna get the money. And I can't stress enough, just a much greater selection. The movie channel is like cheap pay-per-view. Now, have I seen good things on the movie channel? No, not really, to be honest with you. But I have, Temper and Strength. The other one's Two of Spades. We're never going to need Two of Spades on a run this short. I have put it on. Now I'm happy about this, because I do want to get enough money to get blank card if possible. I have put it on when I'm doing work in the background. Work that doesn't require me to, you know, be quiet, essentially. Now, we should never do this, being a little dicey here. By a little, I actually mean like a lot dicey. But, it, you know, we do have 12 damage as well. Or 10 damage, I should say. So we're going to get there to blank card. And I think it is worth it for blank card. Now, what are we going to use blank card with? Well, as of right now, we don't have anything to use blank card with, unfortunately, but $18 a month for that is like... I guess at some point, that's why people say get with the times, is because you kind of, you know, you lose sympathy pretty easily when you can get a much better service for cheaper that also offers, you know, greater flexibility. But anyway, I'll keep this. You know, you're supposed to vote with your wallet. I think this is why I've become, like, the way that I am. Because, like, I should vote with my wallet. As out of principle, I'm like, I don't like the fact that this is expensive. But it's convenient enough that the convenience factor outweighs my anger, and as a result, I've chosen that this isn't the fight I want to fight right now. I will continue to pay too much money for HBO, and I will just cancel the service when Curb Your Enthusiasm's 11th season finishes. I walked on the spikes. Okay, we gotta be actually cautious, mostly because, as usual, I'm kind of a dumb man here and created a situation in which we could actually die and snatch defeat from the jaws of victory. Let me out. I mean, especially with 10 damage, we don't really need to use Sack Dagger. It's very tempting to do so, though. I can't deny, it's like HBO is like the pre-Netflix, you know? 15 years ago, almost nobody on TV was making good TV except for HBO. I'm not saying that, like, if anybody should be playing the what-if game about Netflix, it's definitely Blockbuster, you know? They had the opportunity to buy them for 12 cents on the dollar, and then they said, ha ha ha, your service is stupid and you should feel bad. And now, you know, there's like 10 Netflix left, or sorry, 10 Blockbusters left in North America. But, you know, HBO really was like the proto-Netflix, but they're kind of just behind the times here. Now, again, this is always the pressure for me, is when I've played badly, it looks like I'm throwing to get out of here quickly. That's not the case. I would much rather finish this run successfully. Blank card world. That's not that bad. We can use that appropriately. Just try not to die like an idiot. I'm a little worried about what this guy's gonna get up to when he starts to fire again. We should be okay. I don't know, dude. This is gonna be close. We got a speed upgrade. I don't know if we want a speed upgrade with 1.9 speed and 1 HP. All right, at least we can see where we're going again. You gotta open that when you get the chance. But we have basically, in fact, even at this present moment, while I was about to say that we've thrown away our best chance, I'm continuing to kind of throw away our best chance by still using Sack Dagger for effectively no reason. Well, there's a reason, it's just a bad reason. Let's not completely misrepresent it. It does do a lot of damage. However, there's no need to worry about dealing a lot of damage in this situation, because we're already crushing it. We do have Blank Card Yera classic combo. Basically, Because this one only goes to Mom's Foot, we win if a Spirit Heart falls. So, I mean, even if we can just get into the shop, which is one room away. Unfortunately, we have to do a big room to get to it, so this is, like, a little scary. Just don't step on the creep. I think we're gonna pull this out. Come on. Spirit Hearts in the shop is like a classic combo. You're not Greed, but you're also not Spirit Hearts. So instead, we blank card Yera. We'll get a copy of every consumable. Emperor. Temperance. Temperance. Well, if we only have one floor left, we should go Emperor Yera at this point. We could blow up a Temperance card, except that we can't, because we don't have any dang bombs. Now we can. No, we can't. We can't get over there. Are you crazy? I just walked over here. I'm begging. If we want to... Oh, dude, that's huge. Do we not have blue map? Like, where's my second secret room? We could go back... Possibly should go back for stone chests in the boss trap room or mob trap room, but I find myself slightly perturbed about this overall situation, to be honest with you. So I'm just, oh, I saw it coming, but I dared not move in case I moved myself into danger. Watch out, because if those spawn bombs, you're just going down. You're dusted, dude. Fool card, death card. Well, okay. Oh, this might be a little close. Yera, Emperor, Fool. Fool's not relevant. Yera, Emperor. It's Brownie. It's the hardest boss. I actually think we'll probably die here. Champion Brownie might buy me the slightest bit of safety. Dude, we've done it. I hate it because you should be mad at me for this because this is like the worst I've ever played and yet still been rewarded. But, I mean, what can you do except like blank card Yera and then Yera that. And now all of a sudden you pick up these four, you come down to the next floor, you look at what's around you, but I mean it's kind of just all for naught because we're popping this bad boy. And then we're just walking into victory basically. You know, the problem, supposedly, with Arsenal is that they always try to walk it in. That's the benefit of this run. And look, we might have gotten a little lucky at the end, but the spirit of winning was still there. That's another 2 challenges down. This one unlocks Superfan. SMB Superfan is a decent item, so I'm okay with that. For now, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time.